Hey guys, what's rockin'? Batrish here with an all-new 4-1 Tunes. This is my first of the DI Records Music Mania finalist, and this is the winner, Aurora and Peril. I am doing a Zoom interview with them. It is my first Zoom interview besides my team video. Anyways, I'm gonna try it out. I have 2 different screens so I can record different ways, so I'm super excited and I'm super nervous, so yeah, check it out.
Okay.
Okay, so my first question is kind of like, each of you can say it, or if just one of you wants to take control of it, is like a little blurb about the band that you tell people who haven't heard of you.
That's a new one. Do you want me to take that?
Sure.
I don't even know what to say about that. I'm drawing a blank, so somebody else can take that.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
I usually tend to tell people like we're a emotive pop rock band with a chick singer. That kind of is that most people think, as soon as you say that, most people think, I don't know, No Doubt or Paramore or kind of any of that sort of. For some reason, people instantly, as soon as you say female singer, they either think metal or pop punk. And we tend to more towards the pop punk side of things. So if you say pop rock, they just kind of like, oh yeah, probably sounds like Paramore then.
Yeah.
The name's Aurora and Peril. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, and so it says like a fairy tale twist. So does it have to do with Sleeping Beauty's Aurora, right?
Yes.
Okay, so does it have to do with that?
Yeah, Chris can take this one.
Well, there was one night where I was just sort of, I was sleeping in my bed and it was, of course it was dark out. And I just had this random dream of where I was walking through the forest and I just saw, no, this is just, Jess, go ahead.
We had sort of a pact that every single interview, when we were asked where the band name came from, that Chris would come up with something completely different. But it wasn't coming to him today. No, it is with a fairy tale twist. I love Disney, and my favorite Disney villain is Maleficent. And I was sleeping and dreaming, honestly, one night, and I guess the band name came to me in a dream. So I think that Sleeping Beauty sort of had like an underlying factor in the name that came to me. But yeah, basically it just came to me in a dream.
That's cool. I'm all about talking about dreams and stuff. That's where I get a lot of ideas from as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Build your army, tear me down. Do you feel better now? Build your army, tear me down. You see me drowning, but underneath I've got air. You think you're winning, but the race just isn't there.
How long have you all been together?
COVID.
Ben and I have been working together since June of 2019, but the actual band sort of came together at the end of September of 2019.
Cool. And then what all music do you have out so far? I know you have the EP.
Yeah, that's what we have so far, is just the EP for now, and then we're working on some new stuff when we can finally get together.
Okay, cool. And then do you have any music videos? I know you had a couple like live music videos going on.
Yeah, nothing professional. Just a couple of live ones.
That's okay. This isn't very professional. I'm sitting in a corner. It took me like an hour to set this up today.
We were talking about like getting some music video stuff going, but then the world blew up and no one could do anything. So yeah, we're here a few months later with still nothing.
Yeah, we're all in a holding pattern, but we're getting this interview.
Yeah.
So you put out the EP. Is there like a standout song that you guys have?
Silly Boy was our first single before we actually put out the full EP. But the one that seems to be getting the most attention right now is Generic Love Song. So Generic Love Song, all of our songs basically were written acoustically at first, because Ben and I were originally supposed to do sort of like a folk album. I really like, harmonies and melodic, that sort of thing. That's what I've grown up singing. So doing this whole punk thing is a little bit different for me. But eventually we decided that we wanted to put a full band together. And then it just kept getting heavier and heavier. So like Generic Love Song specifically was written on ukulele. And then I brought that to Ben and he punked it up, I guess. And that's where it is now. But I guess, yeah, right now that's our most popular, I would say.
Cool. And then each of you tell me what your favorite song is that you guys have worked on, or something that you might be working on now.
I think mine is Hair Flip, but that's mostly just because I did the drums on it. But I really like the song as a general note. It has a really cool feel to it. It's totally different from all the other songs on the album. EP.
I think to me, like I go through which of them are the favorite to me. Silly Boy and Silly Boy and Hair Flip are kind of the two that are the most favorite for me. Right now, I'm kind of on the Hair Flip, where I'm like, yeah, that one's kind of our best song.
It's a fun song to play.
I didn't play the drums on it, so I'm like, it's better because it wasn't me that did everything.
What about Robin? You haven't talked much.
He doesn't normally.
No, I'm quiet. I play bass. Oh, yeah. Favorite? There's not much of a favorite. I think it always becomes a new favorite as soon as we play it on live, and you really feel it sometimes. I think the last show we played, we really rocked Generic Love Song. You could really feel it, it becomes like that. It depends how you feel. I don't really have much of a favorite.
I have a hard time having favorites. I really do like Silly Boy because it's one of the very first songs that I've ever written that actually turned into something. But just for content, I think my favorite is Better Off, which is the piano song on the EP, which is very different from the rest of them. So I think that one's my favorite.
You stole everything from me, and now I have to believe that I am better off, but I shouldn't have to. Better off. Now I have to believe that I am better off, and that I don't need you.
So tell me a little bit about the record label that you guys are with.
I'll take that one, I guess, because it's my record label.
Yeah.
Me and my partner Amanda decided, because I've been in bands and I do recording, and there's kind of like one of her friends was he's a good singer-songwriter type of guy, and he wanted to record. I was like, hey, why don't you come record with me? He's like, oh, I can't really afford to pay you, but I'd love to. And I said, well, we can work something out. So kind of came to the idea of let's start it as a record label, and then instead of you having to pay to record stuff, we can do what record labels do, and we'll kind of front the process for recording and all that. So that's when the record label formally started. But the name Ego and Pessimism I had initially started as a record label 3 years ago, and then just never did anything with it because I don't do things. I play music and don't organize anything. So when Amanda came around, was like, hey, I would be interested in being on board for that. I was like, yeah, I'm not organized enough to actually make a record label happen. So she's kind of the organizational backbone of it. And yeah, we're right now primarily based in North Bay, which is our city, but we were talking with a band out of Finland, and we were kind of going through some stuff with them. I don't know if they're actually going to end up getting signed or not. We've worked with a band from another part of Ontario, actually a metal band, which is different for us because we're all just kind of middle of the road rock bands at this point. Yeah, that's the record label. Ego and Pessimism.
So what brought on that name, or is just something that you always kind of liked?
I came up with it because it's, to me, sums up sort of the artistic mind is, you know, if you're going to be creative and put stuff out there, there's always a certain amount of ego there. There's always a level of, yeah, what I have to say is important and people should hear this. But most artists also have an extreme level of, this is terrible and no one wants to hear this, that goes along with it. So it kind of is the double-edged sword of what makes a lot of music come into the world.
I think that's pretty much perfect. That's how I feel about everything I do. So with talking about labels, let's talk to Dakota, whichever way I point, because I'm on two different views. Dakota, about DI Records a little bit, and then we're going to go into the Music Mania 2 that you guys are the winners of. Congratulations, by the way. Let's talk to him a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about how it affected you guys and stuff like that.
Any particular question or just general?
Just like, this is the first DI Records video, so tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll go into why Music Mania and continue from that.
Well, DI is actually Devil Inside. I just rebranded relatively recently. It initially started with that name because think about music, how often is the devil related to something in music across all genres? It's literally in every single genre. So Devil Inside, and then I had a few other reasons in there. But shortened it to DI recently because I kept getting metal band submissions over and over and over.
Okay, cool. So why Music Mania, and what sparked that idea?
Well, we have a decent following, and we've always posted about bands that aren't on the label or don't have a label to give them a shout where normally they wouldn't have an audience. To give them, help them out, you know, do what we can. So Music Mania was a good way to get a whole bunch of fan bases together and start seeing all these different names of bands all over the world, all different levels. And then I changed the prizes this year to all PR because I feel that's what bands need more. Not just a couple bucks here or there. They need press. They need exposure.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off a little bit.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, how did you guys find out about Music Mania and DI Records? Because we're far distance apart, you know. So how did you guys find out?
It was Amanda that found it, but I'm not sure where she came across it. She's part of a bunch of music message boards and just kind of reaching into different musical communities.
I think I know which one, though.
Oh, okay.
I was only part of one Canadian one.
Oh, which?
Winnipeg Musicians.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I posted in there.
That's probably it then, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then I heard you guys really had friends and people in your music scene help you out here. So tell me a little bit about what you did to win, to what you guys did, because you guys did it right. You guys got the vote. So I want to hear about that and about your music scene, because it's so different from ours, or it might be very similar, but I just want to hear a little bit about that.
I think we really didn't expect to win. We had such a small following compared to the rest of the bands, and we're relatively new, unheard of, that sort of thing. So when we won the first round with over 400 votes, we were kind of okay, cool. And then and then we looked at the other bands, and everyone sort of was around the same. And then we looked at their followings, and we're I don't know about this. But the day of the finals, we just went crazy on social media. I have a home-based business, and I got my customers to vote. We
Vote
used,
now for discount.
Yeah, Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, hey, do you guys want to be in a... I think I did like a draw to win something. And I'm like, just vote, it's fine. And then like, I have kids, so I posted in like mommy birth groups and basically anywhere that we had any sort of voice, we used social media to our advantage. And that's, I think, what happened, really. I mean, we asked other musicians from the area to vote, and they did, and it was like a lot of family and just everybody came together. I really did not expect to get as many votes as we did.
We did have a few people, like a couple local music bloggers, like actually do posts for us, like write up blogs about our EP and stuff, and day of saying, oh, check these guys out, and if you like them, go vote for them in this contest. So we had like people outside of our immediate sphere even kind of pushing for us to win. Like was it the Long and Short one?
Yeah, Long and Short, that was the one I did. I mean, I posted it on... I got everybody who I voted for in band contests before to repay the favor because I've never been a part of a voting thing, so they just have to stay up.
That's the way to do it. I mean, this is like showing the power of Facebook, especially during this time. Like, you found the competition from a Facebook group, like you spread the word through Facebook. I'm part of a few Facebook groups that I really like. Do you guys see the Facebook ad for like rock groups? And the one was like punk rock therapy, and the one was like people collecting rocks, and another one was like rocking chairs.
I haven't seen that.
No, it was like on TV, and I saw it. One of my favorite YouTubers was in it. So I like signed up for the punk rock therapy group, which I recommend if you're looking for a group. It's a really great group. But yeah, just Facebook groups are like kind of the thing to do right now, and it's a good way to communicate and find like-minded people, and also just like get whatever you're creating out there in the world.
Silly little boy, and I'm a woman now. And I'm a woman now. Silly little boy.
I know it's kind of hard right now since not much has been happening, but how did winning, like how has it affected you winning Music Mania so far?
I think mainly it was like a big confidence boost. That was the biggest thing since we're so new, and we haven't really had a ton of fans yet. We have some that came out to almost all of our shows, but we haven't really had that many live performances to get that yet. However, it's just sort of like yeah, we can do this. That's how I felt after winning Music Mania. Like I felt like the underdog, so it was kind of cool to win because of that. But I think now some of the people that, you know, like even family and friends are just taking us a little bit more seriously.
I want to point out one thing. This band is the reason why I created Music Mania. Because you're small, not many people know you.
Yeah.
It was created so people would start to find you more.
Yeah, I mean, even the people who we just got to vote for us who hadn't really seen our music that much beyond just us talking about it to them, they, after voting for it, they went and checked us out, and I think we got a lot more people actually interested in what we're doing, which was pretty good. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Another side effect of what the contest did is just because we've had interviews going throughout, it's kind of kept us focused on the band a bit more. Like me and Chris play in another band together, and we've like that band chat's almost dead. Like every once in a while it'll be like, oh, we should talk about music stuff, and then it just kind of dies off. Where with this one, we're still moving forward. We've been sending demos around. We're working on the cover from recording at our own locations, and so I think a large part of that is because of the contest and having the interviews and music still being something we're working on. It's kept it at the front of our mind and kind of kept us moving forward a bit more, where Otherwise, we might have just kind of
Waited a
laid
couple
back
of
and
months.
did not much of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to not do much of anything right now. And this, like, I'm working with all the finalists for videos, but you guys got to be first, and welcome to my first Zoom interview because you guys are the winners. So sorry it's a little awkward here, but like I'm, you know, doing what we can during hard times.
Our band's very first interview we ever did, before the contest even, was just after everything shut down. So it was this radio station nearby's first ever Zoom interview that they had done on their radio station. I think it was actually through Facebook, and he didn't record it right, so we actually had to do it again. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do in-person interviews ever. Like, we're going to demand to be over a screen.
Oh no, I was looking forward to that in-person interview. We were supposed to sing and play, be on the radio. No man, I want in-person.
I think I'm a lot better at the in-person videos too, because this, like I said, this took me forever to set up, and I'm like, you know, and when I go to a show, I don't think about it. I just like throw my camera up, and I'm like, let's roll. So I mean, it's a very different aspect, but it's nice to have, especially since you wouldn't probably be coming to Pittsburgh too soon anyway. So it's now expanding that I can do bands outside of Pittsburgh.
The moon is bright tonight, no one's just as bright as you. The stars they twinkle bright, the twinkle in my eyes from you. The snow is
Cool. And then is there anything like specific you guys want to talk about?
Really?
You guys all interviewed out?
We are looking forward to have some new music, because we've like kind of the way the band kind of came together is me and Jessica were writing and putting the album together, and then decided to go full band with it. So the band kind of came together towards the end of the album, and then right away we were into shows. So we're kind of like, we have these 6 songs, and we've kind of been throwing different covers around in our set to kind of fill it out past what 6 songs will give you. So the fact that we have new stuff, I'm really excited to have more material, especially having, you know, other people play and involved in the creative process, kind of expand our mind as a collective, I guess, in that process. So as a band, I think overall we're all excited to play music that I didn't make up everything and tell people what to do. People can make up their own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what the music writing process is, but you kind of just answered. It's changing. It's gonna be different now than it was in the beginning. So
I mean, yeah, it's sort of all over the place. Like, sometimes he'll come to me with music, then I'll write to it, and then sometimes I'll just come with lyrics, and we'll figure it out from there. So we're kind of all over the place, but it seems to work for us.
Yeah, on the album, like the album specifically, it was everything. Like the 6 songs, no 2 were written the same way. I think Silly Boy, you had some words and a melody, and I came up with the chords around the melody.
Yes.
Generic Love Song, you'd written a basic structure with chords, melody, and everything, and then I filled it out. Better Off, I had it was a piano thing that I'd written 15 years ago, and just had never been able to finish with words to it, and she put words to it and a melody. So yeah, I even still going forward, I don't think there's going to be a set way that things happen.
I think that's the best thing in the band. If you have a set way, then like sometimes someone feels left out, or just, you know, someone else's voice and thoughts are like kind of overpowering. It's good when it changes, because it's more of a unity in the band, I think, to be that way. And then Dakota, do you have any questions?
The only question I had off the top of my head was something Ben answered earlier, so.
Well, if you guys, do you each have like a closing statement or something that you want to say?
Check us out on Spotify and all other streaming platforms. That's what I'd like to say.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
Just
we
check it out. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
Okay. We appreciate any listens that people give to us. Like, it's, I don't know, I like seeing that someone else checked out our music. I tend to watch. I don't even necessarily watch how many streams we get. I watch how many people have streamed it, just because I'm more interested in seeing more people listen to it than have like 3 or 4 fans that listen to it every day. I'd rather see, like, I'm just interested to see more people listen. I also want to say thanks to Dakota for putting on the contest. It's a really cool contest, and
For sure.
quite enjoyed. And thanks to all the people who've, donated prizes and are doing these interviews with us, because we wouldn't get to do it otherwise. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think just, give us a shot, give us a listen. We don't have a huge following, but we want to change that. And we're all super passionate about what we do and all of that. So, and yes, thank you to all the sponsors. Thanks everyone for giving us this opportunity.
Robin, any last thing you want to say?
Well.
Oh,
let's see
God.
What we got in my memory bank here? I don't know. We keep it short and just say, live long and prosper.
Oh, God.
All right.
It
Well,
sounds like she was worried for something else.
hey, I listen to whatever. I just like to push the quiet ones to talk. That's my thing. But it was
That's
nice.
my husband. So, yeah.
What was that?
I said that's my husband. So, the
Oh, I
things that
sense you guys have the same wall color.
yeah, we are on separate couches right now. But he doesn't talk often, but the stuff that does come out of his mouth sometimes, as you can see, I'm already blushing because I'm afraid of what he says. So,
That's a normal relationship thing. I made my boyfriend leave when I film. I was like, "Aren't you gonna go over to like your friend's house? Come back in an hour." So,
yeah.
although he wouldn't say anything embarrassing. I get embarrassed when he's listening. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll let you guys go. We're hitting up 40 minutes, so I think we did really good.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.
So I am melting. It is hot in here. It is finally summer, so I'm excited, but I had to turn the air conditioner off to do this. Otherwise, that's all you would have heard. I think it went really well. I had fun chatting. Please go check out Aurora and Peril. And then I have lights, which really aren't that hot, and 2 computers, which are warm. I haven't used this computer for like 6 years anyways. I'm talking too much. I hope you enjoyed that interview. Look forward to, I have 6 more videos of the finalists from DI Records Music Mania for 412 snippets, and Bat Squeaks are coming out on my Bat Trish page. And yeah, I'm doing what I can, trying to do 1 video a week. Follow me on all those social medias and things, and I will see you guys soon. I don't know why I'm being so awkward. Maybe because it's hot, maybe because I haven't done an interview for a while, but I'm always awkward when I'm filming, so. And I think that's all I got for you. I've talked a lot. I'm standing in this weird position, so yeah, check everything out. Go check out Aurora and Peril. Go check out DI Records, and I will see you on the next episode of whichever 412s I do next. Keep rocking, stay safe, and hopefully you're keeping cool but loving out the weather. So I don't know, that was really weird. Bye! I'm just, doing my thing. Good thing I use glitches in my videos, because I can stop talking at any time and just make it look good, but I always try to talk all at once and blah blah blah. My hair looks really nice up in this camera. So yeah, hopefully I said everything I need to say, but I probably didn't. I probably forgot something, and this is really awkward. So yeah, that's just me. What's rockin'? 412s. Blech! I also need a studio, so I don't have to set this up each time, because it is a whole. I should have recorded the process of setting it up because I was being crabby. And yeah, all my junk is now on the bed, so send me money. Just kidding. Also, don't forget to go to Endeavor After LLC and pick up your 412 shirt or your Bat Trish shirt, or let me know if there's a design I should make an ad on there. And also, I might be getting stickers, so leave a comment about the video, but then also leave me a comment if you would buy a sticker, because I'm gonna order them in bulk so I can have a bunch to sell them. Yeah, so let me know, follow me on all the things. I've talked enough, I keep saying that. Whatever, bye. Should figure out how to use this camera on Zoom if that's possible, because I look way better. I look look way better on here than on the Zooms. Also, it was really awkward. I was wishing one of me would be up here and one would be down here, and then they were both just next to each other. Whatever. I can edit it however I want, really, but then there'll be too many layers. Why am I still talking? Bye. Bye.